All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Louder, come on, gentlemen, you got it. Clap for the lady. And let me remind you, as I already mentioned, the first lady to get into driving sales in 1886, huh? 1886 in the United States was a lady, and here we have with us Miss Karin Kiviste. Loud round of applause, come on, wake up people. Thank you. Over to you, dear ma'am.
So can I have? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. So how do you feel today? Are you excited? Yes. I feel a little bit. I need to balance this situation because today we have heard so many stories about regulation, taxations and fairs and even sins. And I feel somehow I have to bring something more positive. What do you think it might be?
Yes.
Inspiration. Yes. This is something I love to do. And this is something people giving me a lot of feedback. I can inspire the other people. And this is something why I love so much being in business, being in training and mentoring. And also what I believe, you can always learn from the other experiences. And I think in Europe we have a lot of regulations, and maybe it's over-regulated area already. But on the other hand, I think it's also important to have some regulations. And normally when people start, even in Europe, they asking why I have to care about some legal matters. But you can't ignore that's an area where everybody who is knowing, feeling better. And even big companies, they didn't do anything so wrong. It was just like not handling customers' data properly. And like British Airways got a big, huge penalty on this. And also the other big companies have had problems in Europe if they don't, I would not say they don't know, but they are not proceeding carefully customer data. And I think this is something what is coming to Asia also someday, customer protection, because in Europe customer is the king. Have you heard anything about general data protection regulations? Have you? No? Yes, yes. And this is something whole Europe is talking about. And even some companies need to hire a new position. It's somebody who looks after procedures, how handling customer data. And this is like, let me guess, and I think it's gonna be new sector in Europe, how to handle customer data. And you need always to have a customer agreement before you start selling or marketing, and even more you need to have prove it in written. And what is legitimate interest? This is something, if you have already some connection with customers, then you don't need necessarily this evidence in written. And there are companies in Europe still a little bit quiet in this GDPR field, because There are not so many court cases, only big companies have got already penalties, and so everybody's waiting, but it's coming next. You may ask, is this my business? I'm here in India and doing my own business. How it related to my business? But it is. If you already dealing with citizen of European Union, then you have to know it's subject to General Data Protection Regulation. And put it really in a simple way, you can understand. You just should have in your web page some policy what explains to everyone how you are handling customer data, what you are collecting. This is really, really very simplified explanation how this is related to your business. And the other legal matter in Europe is pyramid schemes. And quite often people don't know what is legal and what is illegal in this field. And again, it's quite simple rule. Customer need to pay money as a condition to enter your system. It's already illegal. A lot of network marketing systems are doing this. But on the other hand, it's again very often you can't prove it in court. And most important is customer satisfaction. And if your multi-level marketing system is good, people loving it, then doesn't matter what legal or what regulations are saying. But let's move to inspirational part. This is something I really love even more. And I would like to ask the question, who buys essential oils at 5 times higher price? What is the name of this company? Who has this marketing system? Do you know? Any ideas? No? Nobody haven't heard about doTERRA? No. Okay, let me tell the story. So this is only 11 years old company, comes from US, and they are selling just simple essential oils and using multi-level marketing. And people really love those products. And I haven't seen their marketers, they even call them wellness advocates, having such a passion in these products. They are really so happy when they are selling, and this is just amazing. And the business itself is like doubles every year, and some researchers comparing this model, it's like something so unique as Apple. And why it's so different? It's 100% having only good publicity. This is something rare, because normally network marketing systems having some like bad publicity too. I myself have experienced several times when people just a little bit pushing me to enjoy their network marketing system. But again, you have to understand how to build up your business model. And key success factor is, of course, simplicity. It should be simple. You should have limited products. You should have clear understanding how to use your products. And of course, several times the other speakers said it should be somehow unique. Even going back to this doTERRA sample, the product itself is nothing unique, but the way how they are marketing the product, it's completely something you can take your notes and you can copy here in India. So, how to start? Somebody asked the question today already. How should I start? I think, if you think what is a big trend in India, for instance, would you like to answer to this question? No? Okay, even if you are not driven by this trend, what is in your heart, this is the second way, what you really like to do or what kind of product you really love. When you find something you have constant passion to do. In Europe and US, big trend is really health. People have worked so many years on their diet and only thing they are thinking what makes sense in their life is health. And also, nature is something like calling back, and people believe even more in nature-related products. And this is something also what doTERRA used very well, the idea that 85% of products people can sort by using essential oils, something so unique idea. Second question, how do you touch people's heart? Yeah, if you are honest, or even if you say, I love myself this product, this is my passion, this is already something touches people's heart. What else? Sorry? You have what?
Ethics. You'd rather write it.
Yeah, that's right. This is also something. But what doTERRA did, it was like charity. And they are communicating also what they are doing, like how they're helping farmers financially, and it's like fair trade and everything. This is something in Europe and US really touches people's hearts. And it's not like you're only saying you are doing the right thing, you are just showing everybody we are doing good for the other people. There was a question, how do you engage people? Any ideas? Yeah, somebody said today, if you care of your people, if you just like support them, this is already like really good beginning, but you have to do it from your heart. And doTERRA used to say, this is spiritual, what they are doing. And this is something new, it's not just because of business, because don't forget, in the beginning, all people start doing MLM, doing it as a second job. So they don't want to be pushed hardly. So, and also if you are like presenting, it's not a place where people are competing. It's a place where people caring and supporting each other. Again, this is something people holding together, not like get tired after some month and say, no, this is not for me. Something in a group, if you have same good values and everybody can understand what these values are, is also really, really powerful. And the last question, how do you keep everything alive during the years? Any ideas? What to do? Because people want to feel your company is developing. It's not only money and business driven, this company has bigger potential, sustainable. So always it's good to have a new products coming, you're launching, and again the Terra sample is very good, how they are using workshops to sell even better. They are organizing workshops where people can learn how to use essential oils. This is something you can do really, really successfully. So people love to get together and share their experiences and listen how the other people are using, and will somehow delighted to do it together and feel they educate each others also. And if you want to do it really in an advanced level, I would recommend you to find really good partners as universities, research groups, or the other organizations. It's also something gives you even stronger ground to grow. So, to conclude, I think the most important comes from your heart. If you follow your heart, you know you are in the right way. And even if you don't succeed so quickly you're wishing, it's a journey, and you just have to put more trust in yourself and what you are doing. Thank you.